So these days, Vastu is quite into fashion.
Yeah.
It is said that if the house is not constructed according to Vastu, there is a problem in marital life, there is a problem in profession,
Yeah.
that your child cannot concentrate in studies. So, do you think like that Vastu make that an impact that your own horoscope fails in front of it?
This is your question.
Yeah.
And you want to add something else? No.
Means as in like, yeah, the main question is that your
Does it change the life if
Yeah.
I start living in this place or start
in a
living
wrong
somewhere?
house,
Yeah.
means that is wrong.
Not
Not a wrong
that is
house.
not according to Vastu.
That is not according to the Vastu. Means, in this modern world that we stay in flats. Flats are already pre-built houses.
Yeah.
You can't reconstruct the house.
Yeah.
So do you think that we should, reconstruct the entire house, that it is not according to the Vastu, so my marital life or my professional life is
It
getting
disturbs or
Yeah, right.
something. Yeah. So we'll talk about all things. First thing you just started, I'm so happy about this. You said Vastu is in fashion.
Right.
You rightly said. Vastu is in fashion. This is right. And normally you see that the things in fashion, there is no guarantee of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like clothes, who are in fashion, which are in fashion, wardrobes are in fashion, normally they malfunction. And the old traditional dresses, they perfectly do well. Like the salwar kameez and the sari, there is no problem, but the wardrobe malfunction. Second thing you talk about, will this Vastu, which is in fashion, and about the Vastu that is in fashion, affects the marital life or professional life or education. So the answer to that is very simple to understand, as general common sense, is that, this Rashtrapati Bhavan, the presidents come and go, but the people who are living in the Rashtrapati Bhavan, they never become the presidents.
So it doesn't make any difference on the professional front.
No, it didn't make difference to the people who are working in the Rashtrapati Bhavan,
Right.
in the president house. But the person who came from a place, served as a president there, he came from a place, maybe that's Vastu was working. Like our previous president, Pratibha Patil, was governor of Rajasthan. So maybe governor of Rajasthan, the governor house of Rajasthan might have been such a Vastu that she became the president. But not all the governors of Rajasthan become the presidents.
True.
Now, where today's president, Pranab Mukherjee, where he used to live, let us check the Vastu of that place. Why he became the president, not his wife became the president. She was living with him.
Right.
Now other people who were living in the same house became the president. Well, you have to think all about it. Now let us try to think what Vastu is, and then we'll speak on the effect on the married life. Does it have the effect or not? Vastu is the Hindi word of the English word, the architecture. This is synonym of architecture. In English it is architecture, in Hindi it is Vastu.
Okay.
And Vastu, as per Indian society, Indian culture is concerned, there is a long history. We are from Mohenjo-daro Harappa civilization, and Vastu was there in Mohenjo-daro Harappa also. We had sewers, say 5,000-10,000 years before also.
Actually, it was according to the water, air, and sunlight.
Yes, this is.
Because at that time we don't have these modern facility of having light, so people used to work according to the sunlight only.
Yes, you're very right. That Vastu is all about the management of the sunlight. The air and the water. It is actually balancing of the five Panchamahamutas, that the earth, the air, the water, the fire and the ether. These are the five. And it is as relevant it was in Mohenjo-daro and Harappa civilization, it is same relevance remains. The relevance doesn't change. Now we have electricity, doesn't mean that sunlight is not important. I'll just make you understand how much sunlight is important. And why we are using that architecture and Vastu is about healthy living. If we balance all these 5 elements, we remain healthy.
Right.
This is the main objective.
Mm-hmm.
We are in the house, we should remain healthy.
Mm-hmm.
No, let me explain. How sunlight comes into the picture, even as of today, and it was 10,000 years before also, and it will remain as it is after even 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know that there are various compartments in the house. When we talking about house, then there is a bathroom, there's a kitchen, there's a living room, there's a bedroom, and a veranda. And maximum water is used in bathrooms and kitchen sink, and where the clothes are
Washed and
washed.
Mm-hmm.
Now when we are talking about this, then these places should dry up. If they don't dry up, what will happen? There will be disease.
Right. There will be germs.
There will be germs. And sunlight is very much important because the ultraviolet ray which comes from sunlight, what they can do, a hot air will not be able to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So sunlight is a must.
True.
And there is classification of sunlight also.
Mm-hmm.
Morning it is different, afternoon it is different, in the evening it is different.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel that freshness, but freshness you feel in the morning, you cannot feel in the evening.
True.
The direction from the earth is the same,
Mm-hmm.
but the nature has its own things to talk about. Now let us try to understand, when bathroom is on a particular direction and sunlight is there, so the bathroom should be made in such a direction that sunlight falls on it maximum time.
Mm-hmm.
Now let us try to find out how sun behaves in nature. That will unfold this thing, where should be the direction of the bathroom or which place remains wet most of the time in our house. Right?
Right.
So let us try to understand this. So let me make the directions. This is the north direction, this is the southern direction, this is the east and this is the west.
Right.
And 4 more directions, northeast,
Southeast.
southeast
Southwest.
and
North.
southwest and northwest. Now you know sun rises in the east and then sets in the west. And it doesn't directly goes from east to the west. Either it takes the southern course or it takes the northern course. Either it will take the southern course or it will take the northern course. So in winters it is the southern course and in the summers it is the northern course. Now when we are talking about winters, we require more sun in winters
Right.
than in the summers. Quite logical.
Yeah.
So when sun is rising in the east,
Mm-hmm.
the place in the south in the house will receive the sunlight.
True.
The first sun ray will reach here, but it will also reach southern direction, southeast also here. And after say, let us take it as 6 am, and this 9 am is an average.
Mm-hmm.
When sun reaches here, then sun is visible to southwest also.
Mm-hmm.
And when sun comes here at 12 noon, then even west receives the sunlight. Then from south, when it moves to southwest, southeast receives the light, and when it moves to west, south still receives the sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
That means what? That when sun reaches, the sun rises in the eastern direction, south, and when sun sets in the west, south direction always receives the sunlight. It will remain heated and always be receiving the sunlight. So if the places which remain wet in our house remain on the southern place, southern direction, is the ideal situation.
Right.
Let us not talk ideal. If it is in the southeast and southwest also, they will be receiving maximum light. Not the most maximum. And if it is in the west, it will reach, the sunlight will reach in the later half of the day.
Right.
And if it is in the east, first half of the day. Eastern will be lesser. So this place will receive the maximum light. Now let us come to the summers. When summers are there, then the light is received in northeast and northwest also. Here also northeast and northwest also. That means you do not get any light from this place to this place, from northeast to northwest. So the places that you do not want the sun, there you should, at those places, should be kept on these directions.
Right.
But you require sun everywhere. And this is the worst place for the bathroom.
Right, because it doesn't receive any sunlight. So the bathroom will not get dried up and may cause problems.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the logical thing which I told you about Vastu. And first thing, that is the sunlight.
Right.
Which should be the direction of the bathroom? It should be this or this or this. If it is not possible, then it can be east or west also. West is the worst.
Yeah.
Selection was east. But this north is north and northwest are the worst. Here we cannot make the bathroom. It is as simple as that to understand. So, after doing this, let us try to understand the concept of the air or wind. And wind is required, in the house, right?
Yeah, for cross ventilation.
Cross ventilation. So, cross ventilation, as it was required in the Mohenjo-daro Harappa civilization, it requires in today also. If there are ACs, you do not have the cross ventilation. Still, there is a problem,
Right.
That there will be more of carbon dioxide in the house. And no nature is not good. No natural wind is not good. Now to understand air, I have to make the map of the country. I am not very good in making it, but still I have given you an idea. So this is a rough sketch of the country. This is the southern plateau and southern peninsula. This is Bay of Bengal. This is Arabian Sea. This is the Indian Ocean. Now this is Bangladesh. Now let us try to understand which direction the wind blows in our country. So first we'll take the example of the rainy season. So when there are monsoons, the monsoon in the country, our country, comes from the upper. This is the direction. Now when this is the direction, you see Bengal, Bihar, Odisha, even Andhra Pradesh, and Gangetic plains, Madhya Pradesh, everywhere, Punjab, even Haryana, Himachal, every northern and middle part of the India, they get the monsoon, and this is the monsoon coming from eastern direction. They do not come from Arabian Sea. That the reason is the desert here, the Thar desert. Now this is plateau. Now the story about this is the southern part of India. Here, there are breeze here, because this is plateau. These are the plains. So the day and night the winds are moving like this. This is also eastern and the western direction. And this is also eastern and the western direction. The winds will blow like this. So in our country, the monsoon comes on the east, and when the monsoon goes at the west. So eastern are always the winds which bring the water with them, and western is the dry. But this fact remains that in India, the winds blows mostly eastern and western direction. So if our doors and the windows will be opening on eastern but western direction, then there will be good flow of air within the house. But if they are be northern and southern, then it will be not good. So if our house is in the northeast, is the worst location. Because neither the air nor the sunlight is there.
True.
It is as simple as that to understand. Right? So this is about sunlight and air, how we have to manage.
True. So we should have windows in eastern or the western direction.
Western and eastern so that it may pass through,
Right.
the air path may pass through.
True.
And the sunlight maximum you require in the bathrooms and the kitchen sink or where you have to wash the.
So basically it is modified said that your house should be east facing. So it is considered to be lucky or auspicious for you.
There's
So
nothing-
actually it's not lucky or auspicious, but it because that air should come in or sunlight should come in. So it give a healthy life.
Yes.
So that's the reason it's auspicious for us.
Yes. So natural, we have to go with the nature only.
Right.
It is not in my control that sun, because it rises from the east, it will rise from the east only. I cannot control it,
True.
So I have to go according to the sun. I have to go according to the winds. I cannot change that. Now, having said this, now let's come on to understand what you were talking about, married life and all. Now, the combination of good education in the horoscope we see, and after seeing that, we tell a child that this child will be scoring this much marks, he will be able to pass in the competition examination. Now, that depends upon the interest of the child. If the child is interested in studies, he'll do the hard work, and there is a possibility that he'll get through in the competition examination and he'll score good marks. But if there is a child who has the combination of losing the interest in studies, doesn't want to study at all, if I change the direction of his room or change the direction of his chair or the table, will he study? It's simple. Now there is a couple where husband is having an extramarital affair. If I change the direction of his bed, I change his entrance, will he lose the interest in some other lady? Not
Depends
possible.
on the character of the husband, not on the house.
Yes. It is just general common sense. Nothing of that sort, In addition to it, I would like to speak something more about it, that this Vastu comes in the fashion in around 1995. Before that, there was no Vastu. That Vastu in fashion I am talking about.
Right.
Vastu was there.
Yeah.
Taj Mahal, you can see the Vastu, you can see the Vastu in Lal Killa, you can see Mohenjo-daro Harappa, you can see Vastu in President House, everywhere you can see. But this Vastu comes in 1995. And so there is a book called Vishwakarma Prakash. This book, Vishwakarma Prakash, and the name is Vastu Shastra. They say that the book is written by engineer of Vedas. Right? And when they are talking about the engineer of Vedas, they are starting the book like this, that there was a big demon who took birth, and he was so big that he covered the whole of the earth. Now you understand that the demon is covering the whole of the earth, and earth is round, so how he can cover? So previously they might have thought that earth is flat,
Right.
not round. So normally which it happens in Indian mythology, what happens when there is a big demon, there is some demon who is doing the puja and all. First of all, Indra goes to Brahma or Vishnu or Mahesh. Trahima, things like that, Then he went to Brahma and said, this demon is very big and there is all the possibility he may throw me out. Right? So you do something. So Brahma says, what you do is, you catch hold of him and he will die. You catch hold of him, throw him and he will die. So they did the same. He started dying. So he asked Brahma that I didn't have the previous birth. I didn't did any sin. And because of you I am dying. So what is this? Is this justice? So Brahma said, okay, I give you a boon. And I give you a boon after your death,
Okay.
which you enjoy after your death. So the whole story looks to be fictitious. Brahma will give the boon after his death, what the dying person will get. And the boon is that once you die, everybody will do your puja, the Vastu Purush puja. So it becomes the Vastu Purush, the demon becomes the Vastu Purush. And everybody will do the puja of Vastu Purush. Who will do the puja of Vastu Purush will live a very happy life for 100 years, then he will go to the Swarga. And will live there for one kalp. Kalp is 432 into 10 raised to power 7 years. Now it cannot be verified, this statement cannot be verified. And who will not do the Vastu Puja, what will happen to him? 7 times he will become leper. He will take birth 7 times and he will become leper all the 7 births. And then he will go to Naraka. Hell.
So means we have to actually do the puja for a demon.
For a demon, it's not about puja and all. They making such a statement which cannot be verified. And what about puja? See, puja is from heart.
Right.
And doing puja is not a respect. If it is not in the heart.
True.
It is as simple as that. So this book, I don't know how this book came into being and what this book is talking about. If the door is this side, then there will be problem from the king. If the door is from that side, there will be problem from the wife. The door is from this side, the problem from the soldier. The door is there, then the problem from the maternal uncle or paternal uncle. They start writing in the book like this, shlokas like this. So where you will put the entrance. It is useless talking,
Right.
And married life depends upon your nature.
True.
If your nature or character is good, you are able to earn good enough money. Then why there is going to be a problem?
Right.
If I am living in this house, suppose I live in a rented house, and my dasha becomes good, so I purchase another house, and then I live in the other house. And another couple stays in the same house where I was living. Now, his future will depend upon his dasha, not the map or the architecture of the house.
Right.
It is as simple as that. And if you are using all this, now you are using Vastu also to predict. You are using Vastu also, you are doing numerology also, you are using astrology also. What is going to happen? And if you are living in a room here or there, will your nature change? No. If I start living in another room, I will start fighting with my wife. No. It depends upon my nature. Yes, there can be problem now. If the bathroom is on the northeastern side of this, then it is not healthy. Because it will not dry. That is okay. That is what we are talking about. It is about healthy living.
Right.
It is not that there will be problem in the married life, there will be problem in the professional life, there will be problem in the education of the child. Not like this. Anything else?
So as in like it's just like a myth cracking right now.
Yeah, it's a myth. It is total myth.
Every time when we hear that
And
the
myth-
Vastu of the house is not good, so you have to do some remedies, you have to hang this, you have to hang that. Or you need to reconstruct or shift your bedroom from one place to another. So people usually do that even for the puja rooms. It keep on.
Okay, let us talk about the puja. When the puja, they will put a temple, they say put a temple on the northeastern side. And when they are saying that temple should be on northeastern side because the gods live on the northeastern side. But Lord Krishna says something different. That I am everywhere.
True.
So that people who are doing Vastu don't believe in Lord Krishna. They don't believe in Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak says Allah is everywhere. You have to see it is inside you. It is not the northeast or the way you are thinking. So it is all the myth. And the myth is not Vastu. The myth is the Vastu in fashion.
Right.
Not that.